Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a firewood shed build that we had been excited about, getting some firewood closer to the house. When we leveled it out, we found these guys. Not sure what they are. If you know what they are, let me know. Maybe it's a cicada, some other type of beetle. I do not know. Here's another picture. They were still moving in the ground, and we leveled it out, got them out, and continued the process. Put the 57 rock down and dug out some post holes underneath the concrete deck blocks. So we got this thing nice and level. If you do pay attention during the video, I did make a mistake and I did put on some of the boards on the wrong side, and I had to do a farmer carry and pick it up and turn it around. But other than that, the build went very nicely. We did do a couple of custom options here on the final product that were modifications of the original plans. I'll put a link to the plans in the description. They were free plans available. This was a small firewood shed. I would love to have a bigger one, but this was kind of a fun little project to get some firewood closer to the house. So once this goes up, you'll see also that at the end, I'll talk about some of the tips that I have, and also show some of the custom options that we did with the metal roof from the above ground pool that we took the ring away from. It was kind of an old pool, so we were able to repurpose that and upcycle that metal ring all around that above ground pool to be the roof of this new firewood shed, and it did lend itself very nicely and give some patina to the project. So great upcycle, a lot of fun, and glad we could do that. And here is what it looks like with the tar felt stapled down to the plywood. I used a lot of staples, might as well, because they're cheap. Here is the old pool shell of an above ground pool that we're going to use for a roof today. Next, I got out this trusty Dewalt Shears attachment for the drill to cut through the sheet metal exactly where we need to go. Here's the sheet that we're working with. It's a little bit longer than 16 feet, and we just measured where we want to cut, which is a little bit longer than the plywood. It's at 8 feet. We just wanted to cut right there to give it a little bit more than 8 feet so it hangs over the plywood. Sorry for the shaky footage. There was a lot going on here, getting my foot underneath, getting this shears to cut through at the right angle. Overall, it worked really well. I'm happy with it. Definitely learned a couple lessons along the way about getting underneath, keeping the drill at the right angle. But we made the cut, we got what we needed, and there it is. 2 sheets ready to go. On top, nice patina. We're going to overlap where there's a hole also. Our first sheet goes on, then the second, which will also overlap. And here we are with 2 sheet metals panels on top of each other. Nice patina, one on top of the other to have rainfall go the right way. And I put pipe insulation on the edges to protect others walking by and myself. And I used chain link fence tension bands here to hold that pipe insulation tight with 1.5 inch carriage bolts with a nut on the underside. Then I used sheet metal to wood self-tapping roofing screws with a little insulation to keep water out. Well folks, let me know what you think. Let me know, would you have done something different if you would have chosen to upcycle or just go with the corrugated roof? Or do you like the roof hanging over where we can kind of tuck things underneath and little hand trowels and shovels and things? Again, my tips for this would be you may not bother with the rip cut if you don't want to do a rip cut on this, and think about a way to make it taller. You know, if you're a taller person, I would say definitely give it a consideration on how to raise that up. One last thing is we surrounded all of this and underneath is 57 rock. So underneath each of these posts, I dug down with a post hole, dug it down, and then filled it down with the 57 rock also. So that gives it a little bit more stability. Again, not going anywhere, but just for erosion control and being a level for years to come. So I think it's worked out really well. There's just some debris here on top, but otherwise this 57 rock is still here. It's very angular, and it's not going to go anywhere under these posts, and it stayed in place around here. I think the worst thing would be it's just going to sink over time, but so far so good. All right, thanks y'all. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment if you would have done something different. Give us a like, click subscribe. Let me know what you would have done different, if you like what I did, if you like the upcycle, if you would have chosen not to upcycle. Let me know what your choices would have been. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.